And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Factorio in our DeathWorld. Alright, well, I took a tour around the base, and there are hundreds of thousands of giblets out there, and they need to be picked up. And I can't do belts all the way out, because I don't have the production capabilities for thousands and thousands of belts right now. So I am looking at using a lot of bots. I dumped a whole bunch more construction bots into the system. And there's a bunch of Mark II construction bots that I can convert. So I was looking at bots, and I dumped a bunch in the system. So we got 1,680 construction bots right now, which is great. But as far as collecting 100,000 giblets, that's a stretch. They're going to be recharging so many times, and only 4 at a time can be recharged in any one of these. So I actually would like to make some recharging pads. And we have the ability up to level 3 right now, and that is good. The level 4 stuff is a ways away. We have to do the other circuit to do that, the blue circuit. Which, we will tackle soon, but I just got done doing the green circuits, and tackling another project like that is pretty daunting. So I really would like to work on these charging pads, these large charging pads. Since we have the power now, I can actually do this. So let's start at the basics. I'm going to do this strictly with bots, just because I can, and because it's bot recharging. Why have bot recharging without actually using bots? Okay, so we want to start. Let's just place somewhere to start. We need to produce these level 1 charging pads. We need a robot antenna array and a robo charging pad Mark 1. So to do that, let's get one of those up here and one of those down there. So this will be the Mark 1 robo charging point, which needs the Mark 1 antenna and the Mark 1 pad. So the Mark 1 antenna is Bob's Intermediates, Mark 1 antenna, and Mark 1 charging pad. And I don't think the Mark 2s need the Mark 1s. Yeah, it's just a straight up craft from the little ingredients standpoint. So I can do something like this, where the middle is going to be the main charging pads. So these will be the Mark 2s, and these will be the Mark 3s. So obviously this is going to get the Mark 2 antenna and charging pad. The Mark 2, what are the other ingredients? See, we need steel in here somewhere. That is the tricky part, is getting other ingredients into these. So I know I want this set up here. So this needs steel, this needs steel, and this needs titanium. So in order to share the steel, we can put them out like that. So this will be the level 1s. So that way I can just have one steel input and then share between the two. And that way I can also stagger these a little bit. And these I'm going to have to stagger out one, because I eventually want the next level in charging pads. That's pretty obvious. So here we go. We have antenna array 1, antenna array 2, antenna array 3, charging point 3. Okay, now the ingredients for these: copper wire, electronic board, and steel plate. 2 of those I can bring in. The copper cable is a little trickier, but still very doable, because it's a pretty basic, it's over here, pretty basic So I'm going to need some copper up here. I'm not sure if I actually have copper in the system. I think I do. I do. Okay. So this I definitely want to be steel for these two. This also needs steel, but it needs these white boards. So let's grab some steel and some white boards. The charging point just needs steel and circuits, just like up here. So I'm going to copy and paste that just to get more of them. Next up, we have, let's do this, just like that. And then we want one express long. We're going to need a few more express inserters. Grab those. I'm going to want one little requester chest here for the titanium plate. And that would be there. So these need aluminum tinned copper wire, which I now have in the system. And I'm pretty sure I have aluminum. I might not though. I do have aluminum in the system. I'm gonna have to be very wary of that because there's some that might have been in there just because I cleaned up the belts. So the tinned copper wire also I know is in the system. Intermediates, tinned copper wire, and the other one is the white boards. Oh, down here we're starting to use batteries, and I know I have batteries in the system. I mean, this one doesn't use batteries, but this one does. So this is again steel and circuits, but also batteries. So I want to put in batteries. I'm not doing separate chests because I am using the express inserters, which are screaming fast. Okay, that is a good place for that. So now we have up to this level, and this one should be being made soon. Yeah, it uses 9 of these pads. So it takes quite a bit of resources to make these. So this is going to be the final output, and I want to limit this to 2. And I'm going to have one come in there, one come in there. Okay, so these are going to be pretty advanced. So green circuits, nickel, and insulated wire. See, insulated wire is not something I'm crafting yet. So we are going to want to figure out, I believe it's like tin copper wire. Yeah, tin copper plus rubber. And since we have tinned, we can just pull tinned in right there. And let's just pull rubber in too. I'm pretty sure I have some in. Some is being crafted somewhere. I have no idea where, but it's being crafted somewhere. So there's the insulated wire. And I want to pull that directly in. So the next thing is nickel and the green circuits this time. So there's your nickel, green, and insulated wire. Down here is green, titanium, and the lithium ion. So that's a green circuit. Titanium and the lithium ion, not the silver zinc, the lithium ion. I should at least have a couple of these left in there. So now these are crafting pretty fast. Of course, I need 9 of them per charging pad. But there's my first couple robo charging pads. Now I'm going to be putting these everywhere. I'm going to be putting them all around my border, wherever there's giblets being stockpiled, basically. And I want a lot of them on the internals. Not many, but I mean, they charge pretty fast, but you're going to need some in order for them to, like maybe 4 or something, maybe 2 or 4, one on each side of the RoboPad. So they choose the charging pad first. Let's get some light up in here. There we go. So this uses quite a bit of material. And I am low on whiteboards already. That's how fast that consumed all those whiteboards. I'm going to take a peek at our whiteboard assembly and see what happened. Get stuck on the belt. I'm really looking forward to having power armor and having legs. Okay, it looks like solder is actually a problem. It's like that is our big problem. What is going on with solder? That is why. Metal mixing furnace is why, because we didn't upgrade these to the electric kind. So I want these to be solder plate, tin and lead. So what is the ratio? 7 and 4. So let's upgrade this a little and see if we can't make sure and we definitely want output to be faster, and we want the route these around here. That way they're all getting over. Okay, let's look at where our bottleneck is now. We don't have any more fuel. We don't need any more fuel. These are slowly running through. I'm kind of wary on keeping it around. So let's take these out. No, I don't want... tin on the belt. Okay, so let's get rid of the solder plate that I just scooped up. Solder plate, take it away. This should be just fine. How many solder plate are needed? See, 4 are needed. This should back up, I would think. We got one, these are all actually pretty fast. My Treefarm system is probably hurting. I have this chest over here requesting wood, so when I go out with my construction bots, it pulls the wood in and overrides the Treefarm. That way, there's not a whole lot of waste with the wood. I pull the wood out of the system as soon as I can. Looks like solder is doing okay. It's a lot better than it was. Maybe it'll start backing up. I'm not sure. Yeah, it started backing up. The plates have started sort of getting a little better. I mean, these things produce pretty fast. I don't know if I have any Yeah, those are the fastest ones I've got there. My resin is fine, and it seems like that's going just fine. Even though that's even on a slow belt, it just doesn't uses only one resin, so it's keeps up pretty well. So yeah, a lot more solder going down the line. I can't believe those are still using the burning. So there's my white boards, and that's why I didn't have a very big buffer on these. So the first couple machines sucked those dry. My white boards just take 5 seconds to craft. And it crafts at 2.25 speed, so like 2.25 seconds to craft one of these. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, whiteboards didn't have a very big buffer for these, so I should probably bring out the buffer for these as well, just in case. And should have a few more of these. Yep, only stacked to 10, so let's do like 4 rows of these. And though when I do unlock the next ones, I'll just put the next ones right here and just continue with building that one. Not a big issue. But I wonder if that unlocked the Mark III Roboport. It did. Lots of ingredients with those. And I know the new hatch doors. Well, I guess they don't. Maybe it's the top tier one that takes lubricant. I think it's the top tier one. But yeah, these things are so annoying to craft. I usually always use bots. But so let's place some of these out in the world, and these kind of mess with your perfect grid a little bit, so be wary of that. If you put them like in the middle, they can destroy whatever you have there. See, it gets rid of that line there. I don't know if it actually gets rid of it or what, but I definitely want some of these because they also need power. It'd be perfect putting them right in the middle like that, but because we have so many giblets up here. This is the start of our huge wall over here. And yeah, there's just thousands and thousands of giblets in here, so it's going to be painful. So I actually want a few of these over here. Let them charge up. All right, well, I'll come back next episode where we finish putting some of these. I'll put some of these around the base, and then we'll go and see how effective they are by gathering up a bunch of giblets. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.